Good morning, Paul Georgia from Allendale. It's June 18th, Monday morning, and we've got the Greek elections over. The pro-austerity party has got the most votes, which has calmed some of the worries that Greece was going to fail and leave the EU. So that is giving us some support in the euro currency, some weakness to the dollar here this morning. We also had French elections over the weekend for their parliament. The socialist government there gained votes and strength, so that government should have some power and continue to calm that situation in Europe. We've got G20 meeting going on today in Mexico. The G20 leaders now will be focused on how to save the euro rather than worrying about what to do if Greece election doesn't go the way they think. So that is certainly supportive and a reason for some of the strength that we're seeing in commodity markets here this morning. It's a risk-on type attitude today and a short covering that has supported the market here in the overnight session. China, however, gave us some home sale news that is not very supportive to their stock indexes and to their economy. 54 out of 70 cities reporting lower home prices in China, so that is indication of slower or a slowdown in China. Also, it's reported that Spain's bonds are running at 7% plus now, which is a critical number of many thinking that above that they will never be able to repay any of their debt. So that's just giving us an indication that even though the elections are over and there's some calmness in the European situation, that there's still a lot of work that has to be done. Weather forecast and the amount of rain that we received in the Corn Belt, the weather services are saying that about 50% of the Corn Belt received some coverage here over the weekend. Again, how much is a real question. I know even in our area we only got a quarter of an inch or less. Many areas had up to an inch and a half or more. So that will determine how this corn crop and soybean crop can survive the next week as we come in here with higher temperatures before another system is forecasted to arrive. Now, there is chances of some scattered showers throughout the week, and maybe they can blow up into some significant weather systems, but at this point, not much rain and not much hope for the eastern Corn Belt as we're looking at the forecast here this morning. The CFTC reported their commitment of traders on Friday afternoon. The surprise there is that the managed money continued to build long positions, especially in soybeans. Almost 34,000 contract increase in long position with the lower prices that we've seen last week. So that is definitely giving some support to this market and giving some reason why traders may want to come in and buy the soybeans here this morning. Corn, they increased long positions as well with the weakness that we've seen last week, but it was only 1,600 contracts, and they continued to be sellers of wheat, which they increased their short positions there, or reduced long positions, I guess now, about 3,800 contracts. Informa came out on Friday with corn acreage numbers at 96.75 million acres. That's an increase of 800,000 acres over what the USDA had. They also increased soybean acres by 2 million acres, roughly, up to 75.959 million acres of soybeans. The crop conditions or crop ratings report out this afternoon. Trade's looking at for about 2 to 4% decline there when that report comes out at 3 o'clock. The livestock market, cattle had cutout values on Friday that were slightly lower, not a big change there. We should have had pretty good clearance again, Father's Day weekend, and a decent weekend for cookouts in many areas, so hopefully that will help support beef prices here and support fed cattle prices as we move through this week. Hog cutout value, however, jumped another $2.54 on Friday. We're getting some good strength there and from the demand side of the equation, and also helping support cash hog prices is the reason that we do not have a lot of hogs right now. Supplies are tight, therefore it looks like the trend there should continue on this positive news. The overall market, to summarize, look for headlines, watch headlines closely. The macro situation is also going to affect prices here and keep us very jumpy. We should be well supported on corrections as we start out this week as weather forecast, and the European situation will be monitored very closely. I want to remind everybody to get signed up for the Allendale Ag Leaders webinar on June 26th, 8 p.m. We got Drew Lerner and Rich Nelson there, be discussing the weather situation, the impact on the crop, and price outlook. So get signed up. You can go to our website and sign up there right on our homepage. So if you got any questions, don't hesitate to give us a call here at Allendale at 800-262-7538. We wish everybody a very successful trading day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow morning. Thank you.